Hi, ladies. Rudy Blair Entertainment Media. It is so hard to get you all these days. Always love. The real question is, how does it feel now being the premier band? And when I say that, it's because, years ago you could say it was the Guess Who, and you could say it's the Arkells, but when anybody now, which proof with all these Junos, when they talk about who's one of Canada's premier bands, they got to say the Beaches. How does that feel?
Oh, God. So humbling, so incredibly humbling. Also, a little bit like maybe we're getting old, and I don't really love that. I like being the fresh face. No, it's extremely, incredibly humbling. I don't know. I think we're all very much pinching ourselves. We were just on stage with Joni Mitchell, and what an experience. Oh, my God.
No, we've been working at this for so long. Rudy was our first ever interview that we really ever did. So we shout out to Rudy. Yes.
Shout out to Rudy.
He always has supported. We love him. It's been wonderful, and especially tonight was such a great experience to be able to share the experience with so many people that we've always looked up to. So it feels great.
Awesome.
Thank
Last
you.
question right there.
Need to say my name, man.
Mr. Blair, no, we're good. We're good.
I was thinking to myself, you helped induct Maestro,
Yes.
and now in a special way, you kind of helped Nelly.
Mm-hmm.
What are your feelings knowing that two icons that you knew when nobody knew them for Boo,
Mm-hmm.
and then being part of helping usher them in immortality?
That's a fantastic question. I think, and there were two very different legacies. You know what I'm saying? One of the things that I was talking about to some of the reporters who actually had decent questions to ask was that they were talking to me a lot about, some people are just the same old thing. What are you eating today? Who made your pants? When we get up here,
stretchy.
especially hip hop artists, we have shit to talk about because this country still doesn't provide us a lot of opportunities, and they've taken away a lot of the institutions that allowed for us to be discovered in the first place. So when we're thinking about Maestro, for me, it was personal because when I was a kid, he was the one that was judging one of the first citywide contests that I ever won. And when I got to meet him, he was like, hey, man, listen, I want you to go to post-secondary. Make sure you go to York University. And I'm meeting a rapper. I'm like, that's not what I want to hear. But years later, going to York, I always attribute, after my parents, of course, I always remember Maestro, you know what I'm saying, and the things that he contributed to me. And when it comes to Nelly, besides the fact that she's super awesome, and besides the fact that it's for me, I grew up with a lot of Portuguese friends, you know what I'm saying? So it's she felt like one of the homies from the first time that I met her. And the spirit that she has, how there's some artists that in front of the cameras, they're a certain way. Then when they come off the cameras, they're assholes. She is the best of the best. Anytime, anywhere in the world. And, shout out to Chris Smith, her manager, that's been, holding it down for so many years. With them, it's a different type of legacy. But what I love is the fact that both of those artists, especially Nelly, we could be in Spain, we can be in the UK, in the States or whatever, but when we come home, it's so nice to see people get on their feet and give her the flowers that she so deserves. We have to learn how to preserve our legacy artists, and no disrespect, because you guys do a great job with rock. You bring them back every 3 years, just in case they need their mortgage paid off, but there's hip-hop, there's R&B, dancehall, Afro, salsa, reggaeton. There are so many different genres that we have here that need the support. The infrastructure is not growing, it's lessening. So with that being said, any opportunity that I can get up here and speak and maybe remind you guys, we would love to be able to be 80 years old and do the Junos just like some of these other guys who are 80 and doing it for the 455th time.
All right, here. Okay. But
Rudy Blair Entertainment Media. Congratulations, first off. How do you think your life has changed in the last 2 years leading up to where you are right now with this win?
It's a complete 180, you know what I mean? From doing drugs every day, living in a hotel room and just severely depressed and not wanting to be here, to like getting to live my dream and hang out with the most exceptional people and just be around such positivity. It's a full 180, and it just you guys saved my life, so I'm grateful. Thank you, man.
Right there, the newest inductee into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen. All right,
Thank you.
Yeah, no, sorry. Would you like to kick it off?
Oh, no, thank you to the Junos. Thanks to everybody for being here.
Amazing. So I just want to say, what an incredible tribute. You were sitting there, you were watching it. What feelings were you watching, or like what feelings were you feeling during that performance?
I've been very emotional the entire week because it's a lot to take in. I'm very humbled by this honor and just very grateful and reflective. So having all these artists I admire, like I was literally screaming. Where do I begin? But like literally when Tanya got up there, I was just like, I was so overwhelmed with joy and excitement. But in general, just the spirit of it all, just coming together, and very surreal, to be honest. Very surreal. Pinch me.
I can imagine, for sure. Speaking of surreal, there's an incredible exhibit at the National Music Center of personal items going back to when you were 8 years old.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How did you choose which memorabilia to include?
I would say my favorite item at the exhibit is a ukulele that I used to perform with when I was 8 or 9 years old. And that ukulele was at my mother's home. And yeah, I used to perform on that ukulele, particularly in Portuguese at Victoria Folk Fest. And I would sing songs in Portuguese on the ukulele that I would learn and teach myself and sing with. So I would say that would probably be the most meaningful. The exhibit has like a few of my binders. I couldn't find all my rhymes and songs, but I looked a little bit. It's hard. Things keep popping up, and I'm like, I'm going to show up this summer with another box of artifacts. And I can't wait to see it in person. Yeah.
Amazing. Since your debut album, Whoa, Nelly, 26 years ago, you've always been evolving as an artist, releasing music obviously in multiple genres and in multiple languages. What's inspiring you right now? What style of music is fueling your creativity at the moment?
Well, it was really nice to see Mustafa and Daniel. I'm really inspired by both of them. I've known Mustafa since he was 15. So I'm just excited by the real sort of creatives out there, especially from Canada. I think they're representing Canada very well. EDM especially too. I love EDM. I love dance music. And so we've got some great new dance coming out of this country as well. So, yeah.
Amazing. And finally, in this special reflective moment in your career, you've retired, or not, I don't know. But what would you like to share to your fans right now?
I'm just really grateful for my fans for following me for all these years and supporting me, and just the opportunity to make music alone is already a gift. So to have anybody want to listen to it, it's wonderful. So I think I'd be doing it if it was for people who know me know this. I would be doing it for 5 people with the same passion as I would be doing it for 500,000 people. So music's really like in my heart for real. So it's quite personal to me. So yeah, I would say thank you. Thank you. Thank you to fans all around the world. Oh my God, like, obrigada and gracias. Thank you. Like, I'm just thrilled. Merci. I'm just like so excited. To be doing this still 25 years later feels really good. I'm still just as excited about the music as ever. Like, I left, I was at an event on Friday here, and on the way home I was listening to all my new songs I have coming out.
Oh, I love to hear that.
Yeah.
We all love to hear that. So from the bottom of our hearts as well, thank you so much. Thank you for all the music and all the inspiration. Ladies and gentlemen, Nelly Furtado.